What is that? A Bigfoot? Or just a silly looking bear? Safari Alaska was filmed in front of a live animal audience. Right before we turned into the last rest stop before our ride was over, we saw a bear. I set up my camera and waited for it to emerge from the brush. And there it was, an Alaskan grizzly bear. It is estimated that between 200 and 300 grizzlies live around the park's land. Eating, what bears do best. And it has to eat whatever it can to put on a weight to be able to survive throughout the cold, harsh winter coming up soon. A grizzly like this can usually weigh between 400 to 600 pounds. These grizzly bears are actually just a subspecies of the brown bear. They have to get a lot of plant life in them, as that makes up over 80% of their total diet. The larger Alaskan brown bears that live on the coast will obviously eat more fish and meat and weigh hundreds of pounds more. A home range of a grizzly can be around 100 square miles for a female and up to 600 square miles for a male. That is a lot of walking. And that walking and ripping and tearing apart plant life helps keep those large shoulders and limbs in shape. Since we had a zoom lens, we can keep track of where he was, and we enjoyed showing people the location of the bear. And after everyone had a look, they all got back onto the bus, but me and Puddin decided to stay for a while.
We waited everyone out. Everyone's gone but us and the bear.
This was a perfect bear viewing situation, as we were far away but still close enough to be able to see it. And the bear just went about its life undisturbed. I tried my hardest to get a crisp picture, and as always without using a tripod. Silly me. We saw that we just had a short 20-minute wait until the next bus came around, and before we knew it, we were back on the road spotting wildlife. Like this caribou. And even though we had seen some before, for most of the people on this bus, it was their first one. It is always fun to relive that excitement of looking at a new species.
No, it's a man.
He took off over the hill, and we completed our ride and went into the tourist town just outside the park's entrance.
This is the tourist trap area of Denali Park, right outside the park. T-shirt shops, souvenir shops, crap.
And I got to eat like a bear, pun intended.
He loves this shop. Big bag of tourist stuff.
After purchasing some junk, it was only early evening, so we decided to go back to the park and drive the first 15 miles again. It wasn't long before Puddin, the pro spotter, spotted something. And what did this nice rack belong to? Haha, it was another caribou. We hung out with it for a while, and soon he was on the move. And as I watched him through my viewfinder, something flew right in front of him. Trying to film a bird is always a pain, just like trying to get a good picture of one is. It looked like this was a female Harrier Hawk. I gave up on the bird of prey and returned my sights to the caribou. And I noticed he was wearing a radio collar. A radio collar is a way that researchers can find out the home range of the animals. Wildlife from snow leopards in Asia, lions in Africa, to this caribou in Alaska are wearing them in style to help us help them. Unfortunately, that caribou wasn't the only creature around.
Every time I'm shooting wildlife, these mosquitoes. I hate you.
But it was well worth the blood I let the mosquitoes have to be able to watch this beautiful animal in the evening light. We drove to the hotel to sleep a little bit before we woke to do it all over again.
Thanks for watching this edition of Safari Alaska. For more information about the wildlife featured, read the description below. As always, thanks for watching. Moose.